Hello and welcome to another video from the Fantasy Legion. It's a mock draft situation, Sean. So we're actually doing a real mock draft for you, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, this will be very interesting. This is going to be very useful to me because we are in a PPR league, and it's going to be very interesting. It's 16-team PPR league, 4-point PPR. I am picking position 14th in that league, and it's a traditional snake draft, so it's going to be very useful information personally to me, and I'm interested for Al's insight on this as well. And also, if you want to get some tips and ideas and advice, then check out our draft guide. I've got to keep selling it. I've got to keep telling you all about it. I'm very excited about it. It's a great draft guide. We get some really good feedback. Al will leave a link in this video to that draft guide. At the very, very least, you'll find it incredibly interesting with a lot of exclusive content, isn't it, Al, that you won't find on our videos?
Absolutely. Well, there's loads in there. So, I mean, this is part of it, isn't it? So what do you do if you're drafting late? How do you handle it? And this is a real life situation, as Sean said. It's a lot. We normally do this draft live in person, but this obviously for COVID related reasons, it's going to be online. So Sean's picking 14th out of 16. I mean, I don't know which lucky git got picked one.
Yeah, who was that, Al?
Yeah,
Could you tell us?
I think I know who I'm getting. But who's Sean getting? Let's have a look.
Well, that'll depend on everybody else. I mean, that's the issue here. Well, the good thing with this is it's probably realistic, this one, because we kind of know that some of the wide receivers will go early in a league like this. So let's find out.
Let's put that there so we can see. Oh, there's a lot of good players gone, John. And this is kind of be your nightmare, wouldn't it? These sort of players that you've got in front of you available.
Yeah, I mean, can we have a look at the running backs that are available rather than the wide receiver?
is gone, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, see, that's a bit ropey. And oh no, there's a couple of quite nice ones there.
It is actually the worst scenario, if I'm honest. This is the kind of situation where you just kind of know in yourself you're not 100% happy. Go back to the wide receivers again, and someone will look at them.
You've got Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, not bad. I don't mind Jacobs so much there.
You've got DeAndre Hopkins, Goodwin, Tyreek Hill, Robinson.
I think what I'm going to do here is, because I know I've got to pick 4 picks later, there's a very reasonable chance that one of the 2 guys I would target a running back is going to be sitting there. The wide receiver that I would want to get isn't going to be. So I'm going to take Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
That's the
not
route
DeAndre Hopkins.
Go down. No.
All right, Josh Jacobs has gone, but I'd have been tempted to take Josh Jacobs. Nick Chubb seems second round, pick 20.
I'm taking Nick. I felt one of the 2 would be sitting there. One of the 2 is sitting there, so I'll then take Nick Chubb. That's basically the game I played here.
You don't want Cornell Gurley, no?
No, thank you. I'll take Nick Chubb at this point. And then it's a bit of a gamble because we've got no idea what's going to come back to us because we are waiting a while. There's a lot of great players going to fly off the board here. So,
well, the good news for you is that you've got a very balanced start now, so you can.
Now that's really good because if he was sitting there at this point of the draft, old Melvin Gordon, but it is a redraft league, so for context, I would take him all day long because I think he's very, very cheap now at this stage, and he may well be sitting there. So I'll take a share of Melvin Gordon in the 3rd round happily here, and then see what comes back to me.
Right,
and I'll take DK Metcalf to balance off my team.
Okay,
without taking a second look at anybody else.
You've got Melvin Gordon, you've got Nick Chubb, you've got Tyreek Hill, and now you've got DK Metcalf. So that's quite a nice team, isn't it? 4 nice.
Yeah, that's all right.
Remember, this is not a 12-man. This is a 16-man team. So
yeah, so for the
trying
first
to get a good team in a 16-man draft is not easy. So I'd be quite happy with those 4, actually.
Particularly turning on the turn. And now it presents me with a player I love in round 5. I'll take him all day long. Marquise Brown, I won't.
Hang on. Let's just see who else. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm not. You can show me some running backs if you like. I mean, show me who's available. Yeah, loving all them. No, I mean, Matt Breida has value.
James.
Yeah, well, no, I'll take the wide receiver.
PPR, remember?
Yeah, I'll take Marquise Brown.
Okay, so we've.
I'll have the boom or the bust.
Bust, hopefully bust. Right, okay.
That's not too bad. Now you can look at all
wide receivers there. So,
well, in this situation, we now reached the interesting round 6. The quarterback's good. Josh Allen is good here. But I'm kind of going to have to go with, I'm going to have to set some trends. Can we just check all the quarterbacks that are available at this point? Just have a little look through the list just to see. Yeah, there's been a run on them, which is understandable. I think I'm going to strike for Josh Allen now. Actually, your strength of schedule told me that he was pretty weak. So if you haven't seen that, actually, it's in the draft guide. Just to remind, that's the reason not to bother.
That is. There are some tricky ones, and that's definitely...
That is actually a very good reason not to bother. So I won't bother. Let's have a...
There it is, 29 on there, so...
Yeah, let's have a look at all the rest of the running backs that are available as well.
Yeah.
Just
to get Darius Guys trying to tempt you in. Another bye week 8 player by the looks of it.
I think I'll go back to the wide receivers. I'm going to go completely off piece here with the ones that have been suggested. So go back to the wide receivers. I'll take your man, Deontay Johnson here.
Good pick that.
I think here at this,
taken him already.
Yeah, he probably would have gone, but in this draft, I would take him if he was there. You know, I can only go on what.
Big fan of his. I think he's going to be a good player. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, it's very good. I do like Preston Williams here as well, but we'll just see what other players are being offered out. Yeah, Austin Hooper. Yeah,
if you want to go for him, Jordan Howard.
I'll take J.K. Dobbins at this stage of the draft. I'll go.
There is an upside there, isn't there? So
yeah, I'll go with that because the kind of team that I've got.
110th pick. That's not bad for Dobbins, I tell you. That's pretty decent.
I've got to start thinking about the quarterback because the team I've got, I mean, obviously I'm going late shares, but let's have a little look at the quarterbacks that are available that they're offering.
Haven't you got Josh Allen? No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. I didn't take him because I went with your, if you haven't seen it, buy the draft guide and find out why I didn't take him. There you go. So there's a live situation here. See, I just used your information. Yeah, is there any quarterbacks available other than I'm being tempted with Jared Goff, my own quarterback? It's never a good sign. Now that's it. That's very interesting. Okay, yeah. There are still some decent ones left in. I probably don't have to rush it. Let's have a look at the running backs. Yeah, it's worrying, isn't it? Wide receivers. I'll take Preston Williams.
Definitely another good young player for the future, Preston Williams, I think.
And then we'll see where we are. Back in 2 minutes, darling. All right. I've got my daughter again with us today, who's worried about her mum. Honestly, she's not buried under the patio. Here we are. Right. It's so funny, isn't it? Look, she's we got the cat in the
definitely
picture.
Not buried under the
patio. You realise we're shooting live, don't you? That's all right. Let's have a little look at. These are all the ones we're being offered, are they?
Yeah. So these are your quarterbacks, still the same four ropey.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I'd probably be tempted to take a Cam Newton at this stage. I think I will take him.
Why not? Not too bad, really. The end of the 9th round.
I mean, I'll get another quite quick pick here.
We've got a reach alert come up there.
Yeah.
The software's having a go at you.
Oh, that's all right. I don't mind that. They'll always have a go at me.
I mean, we're down at pick. What are we down at pick 10:03. So yeah, we're getting down there.
I think what I'll do here, I'll start looking at players that might come on because we are a bit later. I've got the quarterback. I'm not going to worry about the tight ends. Can we just see? Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. Can I just see the wide receiver list just for a second as well?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah,
that they're recommending. I mean, I won't be too far off what they're saying. See, there's a few interesting players. I think with this team, Sammy does offer value. I'm not really a Sammy fan, but he does offer value. But I think at this stage of the draft, you've got to go with the upside. I'm going to have a look at Michael Pittman. I'll put him on the team.
Definitely an upside there, isn't there? Especially if T.Y. Hilton's already injured himself.
I want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens because we don't know, and it's a good one to have on your team just in case, particularly this early if I was drafting today. And then it's just see what other players are available in your. We've still got to fill tight, and we've still got a couple of flex spots left.
Another quarterback if you want. If you're worried about Cam, maybe.
No, I think I can still get a later quarterback. I will get a second because we're in that interesting part of the year. I've got to fill one of my bench spots with a second QB. And the reason I'm doing it is because it's a COVID season, as you look at the video. and I've got to think ahead. I think I'll probably take my tight end. I think I'll go with Dallas Goedert. I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'd be happy to put him in and see how it plays out.
He's ranked at 130, and you got a steal for that. You got after reaching, you got a steal for this time.
Well, that's okay. And then we've got to look at one more bench spot and who's going to do that. And I think I would probably take Carlos Hyde at this stage of the draft. I am interested in Raquel Armstead, but the reason I go Carlos is simply because Seattle, we don't know what's going to happen with Chris Carson early doors, and nobody really does. So it's then a question. I need a quarterback to go on the bench. I'll take whoever's available, best available at this stage, because again, being a COVID season, I don't think it's wise. I'll take him.
Or Baker Mayfield. Any of them.
I'll take Ryan Tannehill. I just prefer him over Baker because of what happened last year. They probably won't like it, but that's okay.
We're finishing with a defense and a kicker.
Yeah, just go in a slightly different order to see what kicker's available first on this one, just for curiosity, just see if they, I'll take Justin Tucker, because they often do that on these. I've noticed on these draft wizards that you're better off taking it in reverse order, because you always get a bonus on the kicker. You missed out on the defense, but who cares? I'll min-max, just play the matchups every week. I'll see which defense is available, see if Philadelphia's defense is available, Al, just for the first few weeks of the season. And they are, and I'll have them. And that's exactly what I would do in this. That would be my team.
Well, there you go. You got a B. He's
I'll take that.
Tricky picking at the end. Obviously, you got Cam Newton and Ryan Tannehill for the QBs. You got Nick Chubb, Melvin Gordon, J.K. Dobbins, Carlos Hyde as your running backs. And then
there's probably not.
Tyreek Hill and Metcalf. They're a couple of beastly little wide receivers. Deontay Johnson, Preston Williams, Pittman. They could all come on this year. So
there's probably not enough at running back, if we're honest, in a league like this. But I mean, it is what it is. It's a practice. So 83 out of 100, I'm happy with that, because anything above 80 is fine. We're not following their ADP, but it will depend on the day what people do. So that's the team I would take. Was there anybody you saw that you would have taken ahead of where I was?
Yeah, I would have taken Jacobs with the first pick, definitely.
Yeah, I just wanted to go a slightly different route. I gambled that one of the two would fall to me in the second pick, so that's the route I went down. I thought I'd never get a top quality wide receiver without them.
Yeah, I mean, it's put you middle of the pack overall, hasn't it? So
and that's fine.
Got the strongest bench.
Yeah, that's okay. And for the year like this, I'd rather have a strong bench, because exactly those reasons. We just don't know who's going to come out and end up being, put on an exempt list for a couple of weeks with the COVID criteria hanging over them. So I think you need to be thinking a deep, solid bench to give yourself every chance. I don't mind being on the edge of the playoffs with a team like this who could surprise people. That's okay.
It's quite like this they've added in, where you can put steals of 2+ rounds.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and it highlights them in each team. That's quite nice.
That is a good idea.
Right, well, there you go. Is Sean going to make the playoffs? Let us know down in the comments. The answer is no, obviously. So, spoiler alert.
I
don't know.
It's not a bad team. You'd be happy with that in 16-man team.
Yeah, they're always trickier. You've got to know your stuff, and particularly trying to find some gems later on. So we can help you out with that in the draft guide, can't we, Sean? So
we can indeed. Yeah, well worth seeing. Reviews have been excellent so far. Please take a look.
Okay, thanks very much, Sean, and good luck. I'll be drafting with you, obviously. So from pick one.
We'll see you. We'll see you very soon on an actual live draft, Al.
Yeah, you never know. It could happen. Stay safe, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.